What's up, everyone? My name is Josh, and this is Josh Unboxed, and welcome to the Daily Grind, a video series in which we talk about particular plays or strategies, certain things that help us navigate through this crazy sports card market that we're in today's day and age. And today, what I really want to talk about, I was going to talk about how the baseball market is on the rise. However, the news just came out that Peyton Manning has been announced as one of the finalists to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. Now, right now, as you all know, if you've been in the sports card market for quite some time for this past year, that the hobby has become very, very reactionary. I mean, not like it wasn't before, but it's more, I want to say, extenuated now, just because of the amount of people that are in it. So because there's a lot more people in the hobby, there's a lot more of demand. So with this news of Peyton Manning being announced as one of the finalists, I was quite interested to see how his card market would change. Obviously, this announcement just happened right now, so we probably won't see any real data until maybe a week from now, 2 weeks from now, just to see how much Peyton Manning's cards have moved up. In particular, we're gonna look at the Topps Chrome PSA 9 and the PSA 10. This is obviously the 1998 Topps Chrome rookie card. And we're also gonna look at the paper Topps, the base 1998 PSA 9 and 1998 PSA 10. I want to see how this reactionary market is gonna respond to this news, and see if maybe there's a potential here. We might, it might be too late as it is, but these cards have the possibility of going up once they make the official announcement, and then once the ceremony happens. Obviously, this is all, barring any drastic COVID-19 news or anything like that, like how COVID postponed the NBA Hall of Fame or the Basketball Hall of Fame, and as well as the Baseball Hall of Fame. So we'll see how this impacts it. But like I said, it's interesting to see how the market is going to react to this. So I'm going to share the screen and I'm going to show you guys a couple of things here. Right now, I have Card Ladder up, and I put the 4 cards that I wanted to look at in comparison next to each other. So we're looking at the PSA 9 Chrome, PSA 10 Chrome, the PSA 9 base, and the PSA 10 base. As you can see here, these are the last sold values as of this this recording, which is January 5th, 2021. So obviously I'm going to post this video on the following day, but this is kind of an indicator of what it looks like right now. So last sold for the PSA 9 Chrome was $343. Last sold for the PSA 10 Chrome was $2,400. When we look at the base, we see a $265 and an $875. Now, just looking at this alone, you can kind of see, you can come to one of two conclusions. One, the PSA 9 Peyton Manning Topps Chrome is severely undervalued compared to the Chrome PSA 10, right? I mean, it has a higher pop report, a 3700 pop report, and a 1200 pop report here, but the multiplier is like a 7x multiplier here. Looking at the Topps, the difference, the multiplier difference is even lower, probably a little less than 4 in this case here. And you'll also notice here that the pop report of the PSA base Topps cards are much lower than the Chrome, but obviously the Chrome is the most popular, is the more popular set. But just looking at this, and you could see that there was opportunity to buy into the PSA 9s, and that's one of the cards I was actually going to look into and see if it was worth a buy. But we're going to pull them up individually here. I have the PSA 9 Chrome. You see here, last sold value was $343. If we look at the chart from the past 3 months, about a month ago, you could have probably got this card for around $300 or below $350, right? $330 here, $345, $330, and then right now the last sold listing was $425, and that was the best offer. So we pull up all sales. You'll see here there was a best offer for $425 on this card, whereas everything else was hovering around the $350 mark on average. And from like a week ago, you could have got it for like around $300, below $325. But with the news of Peyton Manning going into the Hall of Fame, you can see that, well, he's a surefire Hall of Famer. I mean, yes, he's a finalist, but let's not kid around. He's going to be a Hall of Famer. So you'll see here that, yeah, the price has jumped quite a bit. I even pulled up the eBay listings for the PSA 9s here, and a lot of the new listings that got listed are actually pretty high. So this one here is $770. There's one here for $650, $599. You know, this person's asking for $999. Right here we have a $699. We got a $484 here, you know, but this is also the older label. So depending on if you don't mind the older PSA labels, then, you know, these ones here might be some pretty good value, because if people are asking for like 600 or so, I know it doesn't mean it's going to sell for 600, but, you know, there's opportunity, in fact, for this card to increase just based off of this reactionary market. Now, am I saying to go out and buy Peyton Manning PSA 9 Topps Chrome cards? You know, I don't know yet. You know, I don't know. For me, this exercise is just to see how this card will move based off of the reactionary market. But you can see already that people are asking for a higher price now than what they did back then for what it was going for before. And then when we look at the PSA 10s, you could see here, oh, this is the PSA 9 base. So PSA 9 bases, they're asking for like 300 or so, 309.99 for PSA 9. Here's one that's 300. You got to be careful though. You want to make sure that you don't get the reprint or the opening day ones. It'll be interesting to see where this Probstein auction goes. Right now it's at 152.50, so we'll see where it goes, because this is right after the news of the Hall of Fame finalists. So we could probably get a good indicator as to what this card might end up going for in a couple of days based off of that. But we could look here at this is the PSA 10 Chrome. Right now there's an auction here. It's going for $1,200. If we look at it just by itself here, here's the Chrome PSA 10. Current value of $2,400. Last sold was $2,400. If you look at the sales here, yeah, see $2,500, $2,000. I think about last month you could have got it for close to around $2,000. We're probably going to most likely see it reach 25 to 3 based off of this news. Right here is a base PSA 9 Topps. Right here, it's last sold $265. If we look at the sales here, you can see about a month ago we probably could have got it for around $200. Base PSA 10, current value is at $875. A month ago, you know, this card pretty fluctuated a lot actually, so it's kind of hard to get a gauge of what this card could have actually gone for. But, you know, it's right here. This one is going for, you could probably get it for around 700, 800. But look at this one, this last one, best offer sold for $1,100 here, almost $1,200. So what am I trying to get at here, I guess? This exercise is not to determine whether Peyton Manning is a good buy or not. I mean, I think the lesson to be learned here is that if you know a player is a surefire Hall of Famer, right, and his cards are at a dip, then why not buy into those cards? We know he's going to be announced into the Hall of Fame. If you've been watching football for a while, for quite some time, then you know how good Peyton Manning is. Probably one of the best quarterbacks ever, right? You know, sometimes the most obvious play is the best play, and we know how good Peyton Manning is. We know he's going to be he was going to go into the Hall of Fame. It's just that we didn't bother looking into his cards because, you know, it's not the sexy play. A lot of times the sexy play is choosing a very undervalued guy and watching a 10x and being able to flex and say, hey, yeah, I bought into these cards way early. I got a 10x return, you know. Those things, that mindset kind of clouds our judgment into finding great plays of great players. And not only that, these would be cards that would be great to hold long term as well. rather than the short flip. But I get it, the allure of making money right away is just too enticing, right? It's too enticing, making money right away, flipping within a couple of weeks. But sometimes, like I said, these obvious plays are sometimes the best plays. But yeah, that's about it. I mean, that's all I wanted to kind of go through and talk about is just the Peyton Manning card market, and it'll be interesting to see how this thing goes up. So I'm gonna be watching it closely and trying to see what happens. I hope you guys found some value in that. I know it was really quick, just going through the cards and taking a look at these things and just discussing about the obvious plays. But if you did enjoy this video, go ahead and hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. I plan on putting out more content. I'm thinking about, for the next video, I'm thinking about talking about the baseball card market and how it's bubbling up right now. It's rising, and we're seeing guys like Tatis, Acuna, and Soto. Those three, could they be the equivalent to John Morant, Zion Williamson, Luka Trey, those types of players? I'm not talking about dollars. I'm just talking about in terms of speculation, in terms of hype. Could it be? Maybe. And that's something I plan on talking about in the next video. So with that being said, my name is Josh, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.